Okay, so the other day, few days ago, all right, I was with my high school friends playing football for the first time since COVID. Just less than 20 minutes in action, leg all crammed ready. So first test is now as I am getting ready to move this Renault Megane RS, is my leg cramp severe enough that I cannot step on the clutch. Okay, good. I can still operate the clutch without feeling pain. Now how do I on the aircon? So hot, so hot. All right, it's going to be a very quick drive. I'm just moving this car to the filming bay to do the walk around. So this is this is the latest episode of my used car review. So yeah, so checking out this is a 2020 Renault Megane RS 280. So it is the version with the 1.8 liter engine. Thomas used to have one of these. This particular example actually belongs to one of our members of Evo Club. He's defleeting his collection, and and this Megane RS is finding a new buyer now. I remember the very first time I drove the Megane RS media test car. I felt that the ride, one of the things that I noticed was that the ride was rather harsh. Then a couple of years later, Thomas let me drive his now former car, and I found that the ride is actually not bad. So I suspect that when we reviewed the media car, that car was either overinflated with its tires, or or maybe the suspension wasn't properly running. But when I drove Thomas's car, it was much more comfortable. The ride felt like it was a dailyable ride. It was distinctly more comfortable than the BMW G20 M Sport. Okay, and now as I drive this example, as I went over a little speed bump just now, I found that hey, the bump absorption, the primary ride, actually rather decent. All right, so now the car is in position. I shall get down and start filming the walk around. So here we are, the Renault Megane RS. This, in my opinion, is, I think, one of the most handsome hot hatches right now, even more so than the Golf. Now, the previous gen Megane RS was a bit of an oddball, and I believe in the future will be better appreciated. But no doubt that this one here is the more conventionally handsome car. It is the more pleasantly proportioned version. Okay, and look at this. Look at the side detailing. Check out the hunching above the rear view arch. Okay, and the flaring of the front fender. So even at the back, you can see that this car has an aggressive stance. Okay, aggressive details, but it is all tastefully done. A lot of clever little touches, like for example, how they integrated the reverse camera neatly into the Renault logo. Okay, this trapezoidal exhaust mounted in the middle here, inside the diffuser elements. Okay, and this yellow color is just gorgeous. This yellow color really pops out, really makes the car look striking. And these rims, well, multi-spoke, looks complicated to clean, but they look great on the car. Okay, and we come to the front end. Look at the daytime running lights. Okay, it's like the RS pattern daytime running lights. This is another really lovely styling touch of the Megane RS. Okay, and you see how the subtle RS badge just under the logo, it underlines the credentials of this car. But this front face, okay, you won't mistake this for anything else. It is aggressive, yet it looks very, very tastefully done. Okay, so lovely, just a beautiful car to behold. Okay, you can even walk like 2 rounds around this car. So let's check out the boot. It's pretty decently sized boot, okay, but the floor is what's any surprises hidden under the floor? Nothing. Okay, so a little compartment there, you can put the triangle. And of course, the seats have 60/40 split folding facility, but this is a big enough boot to store your groceries for sure. Now, let's step inside. I'm 170 centimeters tall. So right above me, headroom is decent. We've got individual headrests here at the back. And lean angle is good. I've got a good lean angle. Somebody left a camera mount here in this car. So to show you the ISOFIX mounts. All right, so it's hinged. So basically this plastic flap, you don't have to worry about throwing it elsewhere. And the Alcantara upholstery is just beautiful. Lovely to the touch. Molded cup holders here. So all in at the back. Beautiful place to be in. And there's this little flap here. So you can slip the seatbelt away and it doesn't get in the way when you want to fold the seats. Well, it sort of did get in the way also, but at least it won't sangkut at the thing, all right? Got rear aircon vents, that is good. So legroom in front is great. And I like this, this sort of like carbon looking upholstery fabric here design. Very, very nice. Very tastefully appointed. So it's got keyless entry. It says here it has 4 control, means this is not 4-wheel drive, okay? The Megane RS never embraced 4-wheel drive. 4 control here means is that the rear, the steer, it has actually rear view steer, a very subtle rear view steering system. So the power window switch here, the door was of a very relatively simple design. The interior, so you've got a digital cluster here in the middle, flanked by an analog temperature and fuel gauge. So in the middle here, this is just a touch screen. You can customize this screen to show whatever menus that you want. You can also change the color. There's a high degree of customization that is built into here. So you can see like edit home pages. You can basically pick and choose what are the things that you want displayed on the home page. Like for climate, for example, oh, I see, got drag and drop some more. Okay, so this is lovely, and you've got this shortcut touch sensitive buttons here at the side. Okay, aircon controls. Now the aircon took me a while to get, okay, because you have temperature control on the left side, right side just now, okay, but the one that we usually want to toggle is fan speed, and fan speed is touchscreen. Fan speed is on the touchscreen. I would have actually preferred that, you know, one of these sides to be a fan speed and one to be temperature. So you've got this heated seats. You got heated seats. And here, there's a little storage area, USB port, 2 USB ports, a 12-volt socket. A very unique Renault quirk is that the auto cruise is activated and deactivated here in the middle. No idea why. These cup holders look pretty small. And similarly, this console box also is a bit small. But overall, in terms the interior of this, the build quality is good. Overall fit and finish is good. Material selection, well, obviously, if you were to sit inside a Volkswagen Golf offers a much more premium feeling, much more sophisticated cabin. This here feels almost like at best a Corolla or Civic level of cabin. So you know, the sense of, in terms of sense of occasion, the Volkswagen Golf does it better. So the example that you just saw earlier in the video, a 2020 unit, as I filmed this video, at the end of October 2024, this 4-year example is currently being listed at just under 210,000 ringgit. Now, our contacts in the bank inform us that the banks value this car currently, okay, a 2020 Renault Megane RS, at about 260,000 ringgit. Now, that does not mean you can borrow 260,000 ringgit for this car, because the Megane RS is what they consider a sports model. The banks, depending on your profile, will only lend you anywhere between 60 to 80% of that valuation. Okay, so therefore, you're looking at a maximum loan amount of anywhere between 156,000 to 208,000 ringgit. The rest of it, you are going to have to fork it out as down payment. Now, another interesting piece of data that I want to share with you is that there is a 2019 car, only car, that's being listed at 160,000 ringgit. So what this tells me, okay, is that if I were to buy this car, I would take a loan of no higher than 160,000 ringgit. Why? Because I want to insulate myself against the first year of the car's depreciation. So if you are taking, let's say, 156,000 ringgit, 60% loan, over a period of over a 7-year tenure, you're looking at repayments of about 2,300 ringgit per month. Or if you stretch it to 9 years, you're looking at 1,900 ringgit a month. But of course, if you want to push it, okay, to 80% loan, you're looking at 208,000 ringgit loan amount. Your repayments is between 2,500 ringgit per month if you go on a 9-year loan, or 3,000 ringgit if you are going on a 7-year loan. So here's the next phase of my advice always is that when deciding on your loan, try to cap your monthly installments to no more than 20 or at most 30% of your disposable income, which means that whatever, after you deduct your EPF, SOCSO tax and all that, if you still have about, say, 10 or 12,000 ringgit of net monthly income, then this Megane RS is something that you can comfortably afford, in addition to service the installments, put petrol in the tank, and also, of course, to cover for servicing costs and whatnot. All right, so yeah, if you're targeting to own this car, be sure that you currently have a steady about 10 to 12,000 ringgit net monthly income, and you're good to go. Now, if you are keen on buying this car, you want to get this car, and your income is not there yet, then you need to listen to this message. So now, as car enthusiasts, we all dream of being able to enjoy our cars to the fullest, and to be able to do that, we must have the finances in place to take care of things like monthly installments, your fuel, and also maintenance. Now, if we are to depend solely on one source of income to cover all that, then maintaining a car feels incredibly expensive. So this is the reason why I'm now working with Team Infinity Academy, where I not only have access to better tools and strategies to more effectively manage my finances, but also a business opportunity that costs little to get started, practically no running costs, and most importantly, complete with systems and processes that will allow you to start making money from day one. So if you're interested to find out more, there is a link to a form in the description section. Fill it up and I'll be in touch with more information regarding this opportunity. Right now, I'm looking for 3 people to launch a new team with by the end of this month. And with any luck, you and I can be business partners in this exciting project. And now, back to the video. Where the Megane RS differentiates itself from the crowd really is the driving experience. Because compared to other hot hatches like the GR Corolla, the Volkswagen Golf, okay, the Megane RS achieves its handling prowess in spite of some limitations to its platform. Renault's insistence on continuing to use a torsion beam setup, suspension setup, for example, means that they cannot make the Renault, the Megane RS as grippy around bends compared to a Golf R or a Corolla or a GR Corolla. But what Renault, the engineers at Renault have done is that they have taken advantage of that and given the Megane RS a truly unique character. It's the more playful car, it's the more raw car. If I were to sum up the appeal of this versus the Golf R, if you were to take the Golf R to Sepang today, within 4 laps or 5 laps, assuming you are a skilled driver, you would be at 95 to 99% of your maximum potential with that car. Whereas with this guy here, the learning curve is longer. So there is more involvement in terms of you working together with the car to exploit what the best of its talents has to offer. So the thing is this: if you are looking for a hot hatch, right? It is your only car, your everything go to all whatever. The Golf R is a more complete package, no two ways about it. But if you already have a very competent daily driver and you want something sportier, still with a degree of practicality built in, but sporty first, then the Megane RS here presents itself as a very interesting choice. So this car is not for everybody. Okay, it's not for everybody, but if you know what you want, it has plenty to offer.